performances. I almost forgot my lines. Well, I am here to tell you a story. Hello?
Yeah.
Alright. I am here to tell you a story. The story is on the legends of Frame Team. The Frame Team is probably the most ideal team that ever existed in the history of TCS. Alright? Our journey began exactly 2 years ago when the team was established. Developers and analysts were recruited from various parts of the country and called in at Bangalore. Clients from UK came down to Bangalore for 2 weeks of KT sessions. On day one, I met an analyst by name Manish Chaube, and my interaction with him was something like this. Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah, it's all my pleasure. I mean, yeah, you are from domain team, right? Okay, you are so nice. So yeah, I would really appreciate, we can go to the session and all. Oh, nice, same here, pleasure is all mine, okay. Yeah, see you again, yeah, have a good day. Then the next day, evening, in Amoeba, our interaction was something like this. अबे हराम जाने छोड़ मेरा कॉलर अबे कमीने कुत्ते इसी अबे पानी पाना ले डाला है So exactly in 1 day, all the analysts had become the best buddies. So the KT session started in those posh conference rooms in ground floor. Clients were giving KT with all the josh and enthusiasm, but all our focus was on the dry fruits, cashew nuts, the biscuits, tea, Pepsi that was being regularly served there. Next day, one of the clients, Rob, was looking a bit tensed. Now, Chaube, the shrewd Bihari that he sensed an opportunity, and he went to Rob saying, "Hey Rob, I mean, is there any issue? What's the problem?" Rob said he was new to Frame and he was a bit, tense regarding this session the next day. He was worried about what kind of tough questions we would ask. Chaube said, "Tough questions? No way! I can promise you that you wouldn't ask even a single question. So what's the plan tonight? Can we join you for drinks?" Rob said, "Absolutely, why not? Yeah, come over." Then only me and Chaube, without telling anyone, we slyly went to Taj Vivanta. We followed Rob and went to the party breakout area. To our shock, we saw that 3 of our guys were already there. The party started. We started drinking and eating, having lots of fun. There were lots of discussions on various topics. Then the discussion moved on to the British rule on India. There was an emotional guy, Ian. He was kind of a proud British. He asked, "All right, so what do you think is your opinion on British rule on India?" Huh? That was a tricky question, but we played safe. We said, "British rule, wow, that was amazing." There were economic, complications, effect, but ab kahan nahi hota bhai. So you guys, we were so poor and backward. You built railways, schools, hospitals, and you developed our country. So industrial revolution, it was great. Ian was very happy. Sweet. Okay, order some more beers. One of our guys, was a sort of nationalist Indian, and he was offended. He became upset hearing our answer, and he revolted. He said, "These guys are lying. India was not poor. We were not poor. You guys, British, came and looted us and enslaved us. You made us backward. British rule was the worst rule in the history of India." Then Chaube caught him, took him to a corner. "अबे साले, तू इनकी फ्री की दारू पी रहा है, इनके फ्री का खाना खा रहा है, इनके प्रोजेक्ट से तेरी दुकान चल रही है और तू इनकी बजा रहा है साले, चल निकल." He was kicked out of the party. So we had nice fun at the party. At the end, the total beers that we consumed were just 57. Okay, the KT sessions were over and clients went back to UK. The following Monday, I was coming to office with full josh and excitement, thinking, I'm going to explore frame, learn everything about it and become a SME of frame. So as my bus was nearby, a car came and I was made to get down from the bus. And those guys said, get into the car. Those are frame analysts. I was like, guys, let me at least log in, in the office. Said, okay, no, it's not required. We have already given the status to the clients. Get into the car, we'll go to Phoenix Market City for a movie. We went to the movie. So next day, we came to office at 2 o'clock. At 2:15, every day we had a daily status call. So Chobe was our leader, okay, kind of a Spock to give status. So he gave the status. Hi Alan, how are you? Okay, our status is we are going through the KT videos and Frame is an amazing system, and we have made an enormous progress. And if there's any doubt, we'll ask the SMEs, okay? Have a good day. And then after that, Chobe said, okay guys, what's the plan? Should we go to Phoenix Mall or Amoeba Pub? He said, okay, wherever you say. So this routine continued for next 3 months. So for next 3 months, Chobe gave the same status. Alan was not happy about our zero productivity. So he took several measures and he escalated to Trilok, but nothing changed. Then there was a urgent requirement because of which Chobe was sent to on-site for long term. His place was taken by a guy by name Bahubali. He was a gentle giant who loved only food. He was the only guy among us who worked a bit. At least used to check his emails. The second analyst was Panda. He was a flamboyant, MBA grad, the dawn of Odisha. His problem was he was allergic to work. If he comes to office, if he came to office for 5 days, 5 hours a day, 2 hours he used to spend in restaurant, in the cafeteria, 2 hours he used to spend in the smoking zone. In the remaining 1 hour, 50 minutes he used to spend roaming around the ODC, visiting people's desks and so on. So effectively, only 10 minutes per day he used to sit at his desk and work. Now he was put in the most easiest project, that is LDR support. Now one of the clients gave him some work. He said, okay, you have to do this testing on this database. And you can take say 3 weeks of time. Now, as expected, Panda didn't do any work. Then after the period of 3 weeks, the client asked for the status update. Now, Panda said, oh yeah, that testing is going very smooth and I have 50% completed it. Give me 2 more days, I'll complete the rest of the testing. That customer got really angry. He straight away went to our BRM, Anupam Karar, saying, what kind of team you've given us? This guy is blatantly lying. The database that we gave him to test is down since 2 months. This was the first escalation of the thousands that he would eventually get. Now Chobe was brought in to kind of clean this mess. Chobe could lie at the drop of a hat, so he consoled clients and kind of saved Panda. But Alan got angry. He said, okay, here is your punishment. Come to UK for 3 weeks, sit in front of me and work. Next analyst was Chotu. As the name suggests, he was a small guy, Banarsi Babu, ever smiling. If Panda worked for 10 minutes a day, Chotu worked for 10 minutes a week. Because he never came to office. Whenever he came to office, he used to get a garland and honor him. So we asked him, why are you not coming to office? He said, भाई हमको कोई काम असाइन ही नहीं हुआ है, हम ऑफिस आके क्या करेंगे? So one day I asked Alan, this Chotu has no work, why don't you assign him something? Alan said, Yeah, yeah, a lot of work. But I don't think there is any work that this guy is capable of doing. Alright. Then finally, after 3 months, Chotu was assigned, he was put in motor migration. That means he has to push the start button, let the motor run, push the end button, collect the results and send it to the vendor. So no requirements, no analysis, no delivery, nothing. That was the easiest job in the world. After that, 3 months after that, Chotu hadn't run a single cycle of that motor. And Alan was very, very mad. He called Chotu on his mobile. Chotu was lying on his bed in his room smoking. Hey, this is Alan calling from London, so are you in office? Chotu said, yes, sir, I'm in office. But the link says you're offline since 10 days. Sir, I mean, the thing is, I mean, there is an issue with my link. There is a ticket I raised. Oh, are you sure? Yeah, yes, I mean, I'm in office. I can see Srisha Shet, taking a call. I can see Trilok entering the Odyssey, I can see Tushanga sitting at her desk since past 24 hours and working. So what's the status on motor? Motor? Hello? Your voice is cutting, अबे your voice is breaking होता है, your voice is cutting क्या होता है? भाई हिंदी में बोलते हैं ये आपकी आवाज कट रही है तो your voice is cutting. Here is your punishment. Come to UK for 3 weeks and sit in front of me and work. Then next, my turn. I was no different. Even I wasn't working. I was assigned a BAU Jira. Then I sent a request to Alan to grant me access to Frame. Alan was like, what the heck? What were you doing all these months? You didn't log into Frame at all. You're asking me the access now. I was like, no, Alan, I mean, I logged in like several times, but I was using Bahubali's credentials. Who is Bahubali? I mean, Sharat, I mean, his name is Bahubali. That is security violation. Here is your punishment. Come to onsite for 3 weeks, sit in front of me. So we all three went to onsite for 3 weeks. Fine, I mean, work is different thing, but we had a great time, gala time in London for 3 weeks and we came back. After coming back, nothing changed. We were still doing the same lukhagiri. So much so that no girl used to talk to us. Everybody used to think we were kind of loafers or goons, and rightly so. We used to sit in the cafeteria for hours every day, and we used to look at good-looking girls coming and going by. And we used to say, "Abhi ye wali meri hai, abhi wo wali meri hai, abhi wo wali ko शोभे ने book करके गया है साला." By that time, Manoj sir joined our account. He used to, accompany us for coffee breaks, lunch breaks, and so on. So Chotu asked, Manoj sir, this girl is available. आपको चाहिए क्या? अच्छे खानदान की है. Then Manoj sir said, अरे नहीं, हमको इसमें interest नहीं है. हमको बस किताब लिखेगा बस. Then after that, after a few days, a very beautiful, pretty girl joined our account. And she was sitting close to our cubicles. All of us, all four of us, saw her and fell madly in love with her. So all day, instead of looking at the monitor, we used to, if she came to office, we came to office. If she took leave, we took leave. It's a different thing that, we didn't have guts to talk to her. And neither she looked at us and she spoke to us. Then, but we were optimistic, we were hopeful. It went on for a couple of months. Then, after a couple of months, here's the climax. We were going to concourse to have tea in the evening. Then suddenly I got a call from the cafeteria guy saying he found my lost food card, so I had to go and collect. So I went to cafeteria to collect my card. I collected my card, and when coming, and I was heartbroken to see that Happy was having tea with the guy holding his hand. So I went slowly towards her to see who that guy was. And to my horror, that guy was none other than Manoj sir. Dejected, depressed, I went down and told this tragedy to our other analysts, my friends. Now Bahubali started sobbing uncontrollably. Panda got a heart attack. And I was thinking, where is Chotu? Chotu had fainted on the ground. So in the next 10 minutes, instead of having coffee in concourse, we were having beer at Bagini. So after that, Bahubali went to onset for long term. I also went to onset for long term. But I came back in 4 months. When I came back and saw here, things had changed. Panda and Chotu had got released from the account and they had moved to some other location. So I was left all alone. I had no one to talk to, I had no friends. I was pretty depressed for weeks. I had nothing to do. I mean, what do I do then? Then finally I started working. Then after a couple of months, we call it blessing in disguise. We got 2 more analysts in frame. And those 2 were even bigger legends than all of us together. One was Rajiv Mahadevan in Chennai. Second was Nivedita Nivi. So my fun days started again, but it wasn't the same. So I was still missing those old guys. So even to this day, not a single day passes by without me missing those losers. So Bahubali, Chaube, Panda, Chotu, myself, Rajiv and Nivi are the legends of the frame, and this is our story.